guys, welcome back to Kuma Reviews. We're taking a look at one from Sentinel Riobot. It is their Super Robot War OG compatible Kaiser. So that's Super Robot War. It's the original generations, whether it's the games, anime. I was actually first introduced to it by the anime, and then I found out that there were Super Robot War games and stuff like that afterwards. But one of my favorite characters from the series. So you can see here, compatible Kaiser. Instructions: 2 additional hands. His hands are actually articulated, so those are just ones for holding his weapon, which actually is formed by the pieces on his shoulder there. An alternate emblem, a piece to remove the emblem, stand, as well as the adapter for the stand. And of course, the base that comes with it. So, really light on accessories, but really good, really necessary. I'm going to say in advance, this is one of the best pieces that Sentinel's ever produced. I am in love with this figure, so it's going to be very glowing. But we're going to go over everything so that you can form your own opinions, and I look forward to hearing those in the comments. Reading them. Alright, and just getting some quick measurements for you guys. Height. I'm not going to go to the shoulder pauldrons because they're adjustable and the like, but to the top of his crest there, it's about 9.5 inches tall. And then weight. This is a die-cast figure. I would say fairly, moderately hefty. Alright. So I've got 1 pound and 7.2 ounces. Let's see. I know there are problems with being able to show that on camera. For whatever reason, like it's black on my screen, but for you guys, it's just showing just the default generic. It's really weird. But yeah, so it says 1.72 pounds. So I don't know what to do about that with the scale LCD, but if you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. But again, 9.5 inches tall, 1 pound, 7.2 ounces. Alright, giving you guys a quick roundabout here. I really like what they have done with this one aesthetically. Just very clean, not a lot of greebles, unnecessary panel lines and stuff like that. It looks like it popped out of the anime onto your shelf. I really dig that. It is a die-cast figure, die-cast on the interior of the piece. You can see some alloy in the joints. But yeah, good stuff. And I want to zoom in quick to the face area. Okay. So you can see the detailing in the face and whatnot. Let me make sure we're focused there. Focus well. And there's a button on the back. The chest emblem lights up. So we got that. Speaking of the chest, you got some options here too. So we can expand. Okay. And he has really good butterfly in his shoulders. So in case you're utilizing that. Oh, and you got to watch that. If the chest piece isn't fully connected, it will the light won't work. So these chest pieces can fold up. There's a double hinge, fold up, fold over, like so. And then you can move the shoulders in and out more freely. But again, make sure that that's pressed. At one point, I thought that maybe my batteries are out or something like that. Spent 30 minutes going through 10 different pairs of batteries and stuff like that. Turned out it's just really finicky when it comes to how it wants the chest pressed in. Okay? Alright, taking a look at the articulation on this guy. Pretty cool stuff. Head, full 360. There's some up and down movement there too, as well as some side to side tilt. What's really cool, the battery compartment is underneath that, I don't know, shoulder blade area. So he does have the ability to raise his head up because there's a panel on there. But it's really cool because it's a really Obari style ab crunch pelvic thrust figure. So you can still get that head out from underneath. And we'll go over that shortly so I can show you an example. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Shoulder armor. These come off to form the axe, so my bad. But going over that, while I'm pressing buttons and stuff like that, there is some wiggle room there. But the shoulders, actually, let's get this out of the way because we're about to go over that. shoulders. Okay. Both front and back. Really nice ratchet joints on the shoulders. There's a lot of ratchet joints on this figure. The bicep swivel, same. Ratchets there. Really strong ones too. So what you do for this, you have to pull on the bicep a bit and then swing it around. Okay? No, elbow, front and back. It's actually just one big ball joint, so it swings a little bit behind. The forearms, full rotation. The forearms, for some reason, can actually be pulled out. I don't remember if this character has Rocket Punch or not. Oops, let's get that back on. There we go. Alright, so nothing else in the forearm. You can see here, he has wrist rock, which is really cool, and full rotation in the wrist as well. And now we get to find that. Okay. We'll actually rock the wrist to give us more room. Make sure that we're in there. And yeah, pretty cool stuff. Now where it really gets cool, and I have to say, I'm impressed. Because this is something I've wanted forever. But fully articulated hands. And I don't just mean that, but the thumb, multiple points, 2 points there. Each of the fingers has 1, 2, 3 points of articulations, but they finally added finger spread to those guys, which is great. Next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the waist. Ratcheted waist, which is really impressive. 360 right there. And that button is so easy to get on the back. But the nice thing is the light is so bright that it's easy to tell when you press it and just turn it off. But you can see multiple points of side-to-side rock and stuff like that too. Alright. And then going from here, take a look at back bend, ab crunch. No back bend. But this piece here, this emblem at the bottom of his waist comes out because he has quite a bit of ab crunch, which is cool. Alright. The skirt, back doesn't move crazy much. The sides do quite a bit, as does the front skirts, as do the front skirts. Alright. Forward, backwards. This whole thing swings, so there's like no swing hips or separation or anything like that. It's all one piece, so don't try to swing it down and then swing the side back or anything like that. You're just going to break the figure. No good. Alright, sideways. Alright, like a knee joint here. 1, 2. Double jointed knees. And I love that this closes in as well. Swivel all the way around. Well, until this thigh piece meets. And now we're at the feet themselves. These pieces actually move around. They move in and out, swing up and down. So boom, boom. And then also boom, boom. Let me show you guys what I was talking about with being able to use that piece on the head to your advantage. So we're gonna get his legs back like so, okay? Legs more back, pelvis out, right? Good old pelvic thrust. So we got that. This here. Sorry if my hands are all kinds of just in the way, but oh, pull the head straight out. That comes out for the sake of the batteries. Make sure that everything's all good and dandy there. Alright, so now we've got that, but bringing the camera down. And that's where that can be advantageous in terms of photography and whatnot. I don't see why else you would need it outside of photography, you know, unless you just display it really high above you. I pop that thumb out of the socket. First time I've done that, but let's be more careful with where we place the fingers. Boom, boom. There's that. In fact, give it some flair. Bring these back. Have these expanded outwards. Okay. Make sure you're utilizing that. Bring that down a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so we're going to run the gamut with the accessories here. The only thing we're not going to look at is that alternate emblem. It just doesn't have the logo in it, it's plain. So, post a picture of that on full article gallery, Kuma.com. There's the X piece. Make sure that we're getting that hand in correctly. And then twist the worm. There we go. Now, for the blades. One. It's out. Two. And from there, the pegs that they were attached to on the shoulder. They flip down, and there you go. And this is just something really quick. You see he's utilizing the stand. He's got the axe in his hand, alternate hand. Yeah, that's almost all of the additional accessories. Again, minus the different emblem. Pretty cool. Even the LED gimmicks on. Very articulated for a figure this size. Alright, and again, this has been Sentinel, the Riobot toy line. Compatible Kaiser, a character from Super Robot Wars Original Generations. You either like the design or you don't like the design, the general look, aesthetic of the character, or the mecha, yes, character mecha, whatever you want to call it, strictly as a product. It's a 10 out of 10. I have zero complaints about it. The build quality is fantastic. The engineering is just to the nines. The accessories, perfect. Very light, but necessary. I mean, Jesus. There's nothing that this figure doesn't do that I can think that I'd want it to do. Even the LED gimmick and stuff like that. Just, it's fantastic. I mean, let me turn it on here. It's not wanting to light up very well right there. But yeah, overall, it's just good stuff. I highly recommend it, whether you're a fan or not. Even if you just like cool collectibles and happen to like the design and stuff, I can't see anybody getting this and not being impressed. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Share yours in the comments. As for the video, please like it, share, tell your friends to subscribe. You subscribe, press the bell notification, all that good stuff. And stay tuned to Kumastyle.com. I'll have the written article as well as the full gallery up sooner than later. All right, until next time, be well and stay safe.